Do you feel like pain keeps you in a constant state of fight, flight, or freeze? You ever feel like a deer in the headlights? You're not sure where to go, what to do next? Too many choices. Your muscles always tense. Your stomach's always churning. If so, it's not your fault. And in this episode, I'm going to explain why. So, we've been talking in the episodes about how understanding pain and how it works can make a difference in how we manage our pain more successfully. I'm just someone who lived with chronic pain for over 20 years. And as I found out more about how pain works, it really changed my life.
Yeah. So, Debbie, over the last couple of episodes, you've been kind of talking about your journey, uh, your uh, your adventure in pain, the things you've learned, the progress you've made. And I know this whole podcast is all about sharing your story, sharing the tools you've learned, giving some hope to our viewers. Um, but I know today we're going to talk about the nervous system and how it can get out of whack and things like that. So I know you had said something about the trying to help your nervous system stand down. Tell us more about that.
Yes, one of the things that was fascinating to me as I learned about pain was how important our nervous system is in pain management. So, what we know is pain's purpose is to signal potential danger to us and cause us to try to escape it or change something. And what happens when our bodies sense danger? It responds with changes that help us to get away from that danger. And we call that the fight, flight, or freeze response. So, what happens then is adrenaline makes our heart beat faster, our breathing gets faster and more shallow, muscles start tensing so that we can run away or fight. And also, our digestion gets slowed so that blood flow is diverted to the parts that need it because we don't need digestion when we're running away from danger.
Yeah, speaking of danger, I guess our brain is designed to protect us, right? To keep us safe.
That's right. Our bodies are made to protect us by responding with all these functions that help to keep us safe. But finally, when the danger goes away, our body senses safety, then the nervous system calms down and it lowers our heart rate, it slows our breathing, it loosens those tight muscles, things like that. And that's called the rest and digest response. And this process of the nervous system, going from fight, flight, or freeze to rest and digest, occurs over and over in our lives whenever we experience, the normal pains of life or the stresses of life. But what happens when our pain is chronic and our system doesn't know that it's time to go into the rest and digest? What do we do then? Well, you might notice that many of the responses of fight, flight, or freeze continue in your system without ever getting calmed down. So your muscles may stay tight. Your breathing may stay very shallow up in this area. You may have gut issues. Could be a number of things. And since our nervous system doesn't know it's time to calm down, then it creates even more issues. So maybe your muscles and nerves become more sensitive. Maybe you have mood swings, fatigue. You could have some sleep issues. And with the freeze response, you may have fear of moving, the danger of something else getting hurt. You may even shut down. And of course, more pain comes along with all of that. So, what is the key? Relaxation is the key, right? Because our rest and digest system is there to cause our body to relax. It's safe. But since our systems are caught up in that almost constant fight or flight and it doesn't know when it's time to change, what we can do is take the initiative to get our rest and digest system working. So, do you feel like you stay in the I have to fix this mode all the time? I felt like I was constantly stressed by having to figure out how to fix everything related to my pain. Well, ironically, our current goal is not to reduce pain or fix things, but it's actually to introduce our nervous system to safety. All the way through this pain management journey, we're not looking for the one fix, the magic pill. It's all different pieces of the puzzle that we're looking for. And in this step, we're training our nervous system how to relax. it's time to stand down.
Wow. So if safety is the goal, but not pain reduction, does that mean that I guess our brain is always wanting to say, I need relief, I need relief. I want pain relief now. But you're saying that that's not the goal at this point because our brain and our body are in kind of stuck in this fight or flight kind of mode, and that relaxation is really the goal at this point. Is that true?
That's right. And often we might think, well, I've done some deep breathing and other calming things, and I've tried that. That didn't work for me. I still have pain or I don't feel calmer. When I was in extreme pain, I can think about that and say, well, at that point, if you had told me just to take some deep breaths, I would have said, you're crazy. That's not going to help. Not the kind of pain I had. But the idea is not to breathe or do calming exercises so the pain goes away immediately. It's actually starting the process of getting that nervous system to learn it's okay to calm down. So Dr. Brad Fanistill has some good videos, and he gives an example of lifting a weight. So imagine that you want to get stronger, and so you lift some weights for a few times. And then you say, oh, but it's not working. My muscles are not stronger. Well, we know that's ridiculous, right? Because it's a process. We have to do it over time. And calming our nervous system takes time, but it's really important because a fearful nervous system, it actually just means more pain.
So how do we calm our nervous system? How do we help our brain understand safety or maybe learn safety when things are chaotic already?
Yeah, it's a great question. When we do things that bring calm and relaxation to ourselves, our brain gets flooded with neurochemicals that can help reduce our pain and other symptoms of stress. Again, it's over time, but one of the things that we can do is start making a list of things that we can do that calm ourselves. Each of us has different things that calm us. So what are yours? Is it taking a warm bath? Is it sitting outside in nature? Is it talking to a supportive friend or family member? Is it going for a walk? Make a list of the things that help to calm you and start trying to do those. Again, we're not talking about something that is going to immediately remove your pain, reduce your pain. We're talking about things that are just teaching your body it's okay to calm down right now. Dr. Beth Darnell, she's a pain researcher, and she said it this way: your actions shape your brain activity and your nervous system. So be sure to do the things that will bring you support, comfort, and pleasure. Okay, so one of the main ways that we can calm down the nervous system is also through deep, slow belly breathing. Okay, so one thing that we know is when we experience stress in any form, we often hold our breath. We don't know we're doing it, but all of a sudden we realize, oh, I need to breathe. But breath holding activates our fight, flight, or freeze response. And it tends to increase our sense of danger, our stiffness, pain, our anxiety and fear. But we know that breathing, good, deep breathing, can be very, very helpful. Think about Lamaze breathing. It's been used for years for women in labor, right? And most people recognize that it's a big help with relaxation and pain. So there's a number of different types of breathing techniques that people have taught, but right now I just want to focus on the diaphragmatic breathing. If you think about a baby breathing, you can usually see their stomach going up and down, but over time we start breathing more shallow up in our chest. And so what I want you to think about is just breathing more deeply from the belly. Think about expanding your abdomen, widening your rib cage as you inhale. And then exhale longer than you inhale. It's actually the exhale that triggers that relaxation response. And try exhaling through your mouth. So, deep breathing is a great way to stimulate the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the primary nerve we know that aids in relaxation. There are a variety of other tools to help stimulate the vagus nerve, and we'll be talking about those in future episodes.
Okay, so you've reminded us about a couple of things. One is that
Mhm.
oddly enough, pain reduction is not our goal, but actually helping our brain feel safe.
That's right.
That's kind of crazy, but I guess
Mhm.
if my brain is hyper, I mean, it's really concerned about things, really focused on getting out of pain. If I start thinking more about getting out of pain, I'm just making it worse. So you're saying
Mhm.
seeking some calm, seeking some
Mhm.
safety. You
That's
got any
right.
other ideas on that?
Yes, there's actually more things that we can do that help us to feel safe, help our nervous system to feel safe, and be able to go into that relaxation state. And so next week, we're going to talk about how our thoughts alone can trigger the release of really powerful chemicals in the brain. If you think about the placebo pill, research shows that just the anticipation of pain relief can stimulate the production of natural opiates in the brain. So if this episode today has been helpful, please subscribe to get more. I welcome your likes and comments. Remember, your pain is real and there is hope. And my goal is to help you have your pain in the rear view.